Welcome back to It's Down to Business with Jack Miller. Call us at 305-541-2350. Follow us on Facebook at Jack Miller Down to Business or on Twitter at HJackMiller1.
Hello, everyone. This is Jack Miller. Again, I feel bad. I say it over and over. I'm so pleased to be with you, but I really am. I'm excited. I thought we had a great interview with Mark Roderick, a super exciting crowdfunding attorney, and I believe we have on the phone our co-host Todd Cohen. Mr. Cohen, are you there?
Oh, I'm here, Jack.
How you doing, buddy? I think we had a little communication problems before. I didn't realize Todd was actually on hold before, but little communication problems between Ingrid.
I actually found out. I was talking. I asked a couple questions and basically realized I was talking to myself.
Todd, I'm married for.
Okay.
I'm married for so long that happens every night.
Yourself professionally, as always. Why am I not surprised that the one example that you gave him was someone trying to start an Adam and Eve store of their own? We've had so many business guests like Anthony last week, and yet you went right to the Adam and Eve.
Well, because Anthony's Pizza does not franchise. They don't need our money. But the guy buying an Adam and Eve store needs our money.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I did that. And by the way, we got fantastic response from the Anthony's interview. I actually, Todd, think we have someone on the phone. I think we have a fan on the phone. Let's put her through. Hello, are you there? This is Jack Miller and Todd Cohen.
Hi, Jack. Thanks for having me.
No problem. And what's your name, my lovely lady?
So my name's Marsha.
Marsha, like Marsha Brady.
Exactly.
Well, I'm super excited you called, Marsha. And how's life treating you today?
Everything's pretty good. You know, I listen to your show. I love your show. I'm in my late 20s. I'm a businesswoman, and I just moved down to Florida. And I got to say, I wish there were more guys like you my age out there because I respect what you're saying.
Well, okay, so what about guys like older than me, older than you who are out there? I think because I'm like, I'm 53, you're in your late 20s. Not that big of a disparity. No, I'm joking. I'm happily married.
Jack, you're going to get you into trouble, me into trouble, and probably Marsha into trouble. So how's life, Marsha? You moved down here. When did you move down to South Florida?
I moved here about almost a year ago now.
So I would like to know, because I want to be like Dr. Phil or Oprah or, Barbara Walters. Tell me about your experiences in South Florida from a young lady moving from wherever you lived here. How's it been? Have we been hospitable and nice to you?
Yeah, very, very friendly. Lots of hollers on the street. But I would say when it comes to professional networking and meeting people that are also professionals like I am, it's kind of leaves something to be desired compared to New York, where I come from.
Really? I would think there'd be a lot of professional networking down here.
Marsha, there's a couple recommendations I would give. My name's Todd, by the way. They have something called BNI down here. I don't know if you've heard of it. Excellent networking groups all over South Florida. And then also the chambers of commerce in each community are good networking opportunities. I recommend joining one or both of those and trying to meet some people to help you.
Or you can just call the show and we can help you network. This could be your official network. Let me ask you a question. How's the love life for you? Last week I went on a whole tirade about the millennials. So you're a millennial. And I don't know if you heard that. So I got to ask you directly because I get my source from usually men. So how's life as a millennial living in South Florida? What's the dating situation like?
Okay, so as a female millennial in South Florida and one that's ambitious and career-driven, I would say the dating is pretty bad. I haven't met any guys my age. The only guys that I've found that are on my level that live alone and make good income and like fancy things and aren't living off their parents are probably guys in their late 30s, early 40s.
So no noise. That's shocking because I know there's a lot of single guys down here. Do you mind if I ask, would you describe yourself? What do you look like? By the way, our producer Ingrid just gave me the dirtiest looks, and she's going to throw an egg at me soon for asking that. I have to ask. Guys are curious. I'm not asking for me, but because no matter what you look like on the outside, I know you're beautiful on the inside, and that's what counts. But if you would describe your physique, that may give us more of I don't know. We may be more interested.
I think I'm a pretty girl. I'm tall, I'm thin, I have long hair. I'm very into fitness. I think I'm pretty good looking. I don't know. There just hasn't been any guys down here that I feel meet up to my standards and share my ambition.
So what color hair?
I have very dark hair.
Dark hair. I like that. And how tall
And
are you?
what do you do professionally?
I'm a consultant.
So how tall are you?
I guess average height for a woman, so 5'5".
That's actually my wife's height. It's a perfect height.
Oh.
Perfect height. So back to the guys. So why can't you meet a guy? There's a million nice guys who live in Miami and are professional working guys.
I mean, you keep telling me this, but I'm telling you, I've been out, I've been going around, and I just don't see the levels that I saw in the other cities where I lived before I came here, like New York.
So we got to Todd. We got to take Marsha out and show her the nice guys.
I mean, you have sons, Jack. I wouldn't even know where to look.
I wouldn't know. It's just my way of flirting with Marsha. I don't know. I'll take her to Wendy's. I don't know. Just tell her.
No,
tell her
I don't go to
anything.
Wendy's.
So when you have a first date, like what's the standard? Like if someone takes you to like Olive Garden, is that like a decent first date?
I don't think any of these guys I meet in Miami are going to take me to Olive Garden, and so far they haven't. They take me to some really nice places, but then the bill comes and they want to split it.
Yeah, well, that's what they do. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. So what's your feeling on, like, how attracted, like, I don't know how to say this gently, but last week I said one of the problems that I think that we have today is women have the most powerful or most valuable commodity in the world, and they're giving themselves too easily. So what's your feeling on that? Like, I don't know if you're reading between what I'm saying here.
No, I agree with you. I think that it's a supply and demand issue, and when there's a lot of supply, there's not so much demand.
So
why are you going to spend a premium for something if you can get it for free?
So because there's a lot of hood rats out there putting out, the nice girls you're saying aren't getting it.
Yeah, I think nice girls pay the price sometimes.
By the way, I have to tell you, I am so glad you called in. You're like the highlight of my day. I don't know who you are, but this is just great. This is great. So nice girls pay the premium. So what do you do? Like, what's your age group that you'll date?
Actually, so I'm in my late 20s, and all the great guys I know, my male friends, they're married. So all the available guys that I meet that are my age, they're, living off daddy and have a mattress on the floor, and I'm not really down with that. So all the guys that I can find that have been, stimulating intellectual conversation with, and I can enjoy cultural events with, they're, divorced. They might have kids. They're in their late 30s. They're, in their early to mid-40s. So
you're dating guys late 30s to early 40s?
Definitely, and I highly recommend it.
What's the benefits
okay,
of
well.
Yeah, Todd, there's opportunities. What's the what's the benefits of it?
Of dating an older man?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they're old-fashioned, so they'll treat you right. And they realize, they've got a diamond, so they're going to respect it.
Yep.
I mean, there's really no comparison. I love knowing that I date men who are men. They can fix my Jeep, they can take me out to dinner, and they can surprise me on weekend trips. I mean, I haven't met a 27-year-old guy that's going to do that for me.
So you want to be taken care of. Suppose you would meet an older guy who's like, 50 or 45 or whatever, who, would just take you to nice restaurants but not take you on a weekend trips. But let's say he was funny and he treated you like, put you up on the pedestal you deserved. How would you, would that be okay?
How old is this guy?
I don't know, 45, let's say.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, I'm looking for my equal. And I think a lot of guys, maybe I'm told over and over, oh, men are intimidated. Men are intimidated by a successful woman. I beg to differ. I think boys are intimidated by a successful woman, but not men.
That's a good point. So, Marsha, let me ask you a question. Why in the world did you call our show? Like, what can we help you with? We'd love to help you. We'd love to help
Todd, you don't realize the power that we have over women. We have tremendous power, period. Then over women, it's increased, and over women, like 22 to 35, we have, like, superpowers.
So you're saying our radio voices are much like the sirens' voices in like the Iliad and the Odyssey?
I'm saying that I really think Marsha, while it's a ruse that she dates guys 35 to 45, she's really kind of excited to talk to a middle-aged Jewish guy who's a little overweight, a little balding, but with a good sense of humor, who happens to be 53. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. But I don't know if it's.
Think, Jack.
I don't know if it's true or not. But that's what I'm thinking.
The words
I'm
right out of
thinking
my
that she
mouth.
called to talk to me, but that's a whole other story.
She could be.
Back to the question, Marsha. What can we do for you? How can we help?
So what do you think? What's the state of guys in their late 20s and early 30s today? Why is it so hard for me to find a nice Jewish guy down here?
Do you go?
I think Jack and I hit on it. I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but I think that the generation that's in their 20s right now is a me now kind of generation. They're in for immediate gratification. They're not in it for the long haul in anything that they do, and I think that translates into the dating world, where guys just want a quick hookup, to put it, in the most PC way on the radio, and that's all that they're looking for, and they're immature still. I mean, I know I was immature in my mid and young 20s. I'm sure they still are at that age, and therefore they're unwilling to give of themselves selflessly in any way. They're unwilling to commit for a longer term than 1 or 2 nights. They're unwilling to make the sacrifices necessary to, get a job that will lead to success, and so that they can live in a lifestyle that they and whoever they're dating or marrying, can live in a certain lifestyle. They're just unwilling to do that, at least right now in that stage of their lives.
Marsha, let me ask you a question, because we got to break in 2 minutes. How's the body? Like, isn't it a little weird? Like, my body is different than it was when it was 22 or 23 or 27. It's just like more saggy, even though my body's a mess, to be honest with you.
Jack, how many sit-ups do you do every day?
Todd, it's when I get up and back and forth to the men's room. When you get out of
bed, is the one sit-up?
To the men's room. When I get off the toilet, that's the exercise I do. By the way, my body wasn't so good when it was 27, and half the parts don't work like they used to. I mean, none of the parts work like they used to, but the important ones specifically work less. So how's that like, is that weird for you?
Nothing, I think, turns a woman on more than a man who can pay the bills. So,
it's all about
like
the
you were
money.
saying earlier, the beauty's on the inside.
I gotcha. Well, Marsha, I'm joking around with you, and the truth is I have kids your age. I'm totally joking around. But there are a lot of very good networking groups, Jewish networking groups. If you friend me, or friend, I won't accept your friend, but if you friend Jack Miller Down to Business on Facebook, I will hook you up with some very good Jewish networking groups online. And I joke around, don't date any married guys or older guys. You're wasting your time. You need a guy, if you're in your mid-20s, you need a guy, 26 to 30. And
all right, let's find them.
I'm going to make it a mission. I'm going to find you a guy that age. And if they're with a nice-looking girl, I'm going to take that young girl away from them, and Todd and I will have to satisfy
That's right. And
that
then
young
we'll
girl.
have that nice-looking girl to ourselves, and Marsha will have herself a nice little date one night,
that's
right?
we need to, Todd. We need to clear the field of all Marsha's competition.
We'll take one for the team.
That's exactly right.
Wow, you guys are great.
Marsha, thanks for calling in. You're the best. Todd, hang on. We were going to. I don't know what we were going to get to. My mind is blown by that.
Why?
But we'll talk about it in 2 minutes after the break.
All right.
Okay.